Good evening, guys, and welcome down to this Valhalla beta live stream. Today, I'm joined by Joe from Theme Park Insanity and from Mikhail, who was on the last podcast. If you didn't check that out, go back and check that out after this stream. But hello, everybody. Hello to Brendan, Behemoth Trims, Theme Park Towers. Who else have we got? That's all we've got so far. There's 7 people watching, so there's other people that are not talking in the chat. I just want to say a big hello and well done to everybody who went out and clapped today for the NHS and for all the key workers. Congratulations for that. Hopefully we made enough noise for everybody to hear it. But yeah, so basically we're going to try and do this where we talk a bit about certain subjects as I'm operating Valhalla. So if I zone out, that's why, guys, okay? Because this sim's not particularly an easy one to operate. Hello, Thrill Seeks. Hello, Dylan. Yeah, so there's a few people in the chat. So, guys, if you do have any questions, just fire away. Hello, Shauno. Yeah, just fire away in the chat, and we'll try and get to them as soon as possible. But for now, we're going to talk a little bit about construction, aren't we? And considering what's carrying on in the world, there are some places that, some new images are floating around and stuff like that you were talking about before, just before we went on air. Do you want to elaborate on that a bit more, Mikhail?
So it seems like in the last week, I know we touched on it a little bit in the podcast last week. There's a couple construction projects still carrying on at different places.
Yeah.
I think in the last week there's been a few posts and updates here and there of construction on new attractions and coasters, carrying on and stuff. There's one I watched this earlier today actually was Jersey Devil over at Six Flags Great Adventure. Actually.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Did you see it as well?
No, I've not seen that. What's going on there?
It was really good. They're basically taking off with their construction of that RMC Raptor, and if the previous two, that opened up at different parks in the US are anything to go by, it's this one's probably going to go up pretty quick because there's not that many pieces that RMC have to put into place, and it's a relatively flat piece of land that this coast is standing on. So and with the park being closed, I'm not too sure on the date that this Six Flags park is supposed to open, but if it already is open, or if it is supposed to be open already, then with no guests in the park, then the construction workers have free reign to get on with it as quickly as they can. So yeah, that's looking good. I think I saw, correct me if I'm wrong, Joe, but I think I saw that the dive loop was in place, the airtime hill, and I think they're just the airtime hill just after the dive loop as well. And
yeah,
I think they were just starting on the 0G stall as well.
They've got quite a fair bit of track into place by what I could actually see, yeah, and I do believe that a good bit has already gone up. It's nice to see them moving forward, at that particular pace, especially over there. So hopefully we'll be seeing this go up fairly, as you said, fairly fast. I'm really looking forward to seeing it as well because it looks like it'll be a cracking coaster overall. So yeah.
It does look good. I mean, it looks pretty intense as well. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys have ridden any of the others. Well, obviously you know of them. So, I mean,
I wish I had.
Yeah,
they look incredible.
They do look cool. Yeah, they do look cool.
What I've heard about
hey, Ride Sims are in the house. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you out there. Hey, Ride Sims, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing well.
Hey guys.
Hope everybody's safe over there.
How are we doing?
Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. So anyway, go on. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Well, judging by, I suppose, so this Raptor is supposed to be a little taller, I think, than the other two. The other two being Wonder Woman Golden Lasso coaster over at Six Flags Fiesta Texas and Railblazer at California's Great America.
Yeah.
This one's supposed to be instead of a more twisted layout, it does have twisted elements, but instead of a more like twister layout, it has a bit more of a traditional out and back
Out and
layout.
back. Yeah. I thought that. That's the first thing
Yeah.
I thought when I seen that. So how many inversions does it actually have? Does it have any inversions?
It does have inversions. I think I can't remember entirely. I think it might be 3. I think it might be a dive loop, a 0G stall, and then a 0G roll. I can't remember 100% though. Like, if anyone listening in knows that, then yeah, comment. Throw that down in the comments.
I've just got on actually. It has 3 inversions. It's got a dive loop, a 0G stall, and a 0G roll inbuilt into the layout.
Yeah, got it right.
Yeah, so you did, yeah, spot on.
Did you see our tweet, right, Sims? No, I don't think I have. No, I don't think I actually have. What am I looking out for, dude? Let me know. I'll. In fact, I'm gonna station stop, just so I can check. I'm gonna station stop the ride so I can have a look.
Close the ride temporarily so we can check
sorry.
it.
If you are on if you are on Valhalla right now, I'm just reading the Daily Star. No, I'm only joking. I'm checking out right.
Can you imagine?
We've broken the record. Speed.
Your hourly throughput's gonna take a nosedive because of this.
Ooh. You've built a simulator in 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty intrigued. Not gonna lie. You gonna tell us what it is then, or not? Probably or not, right? No, I didn't see the tweet. That's cool. That's really cool. It's nice to see. So I'm guessing. Question for you, right, Sims, is I'm guessing you're getting quite a bit done then. If you're not working, if you're not at work, and I'm presuming you're not. And any time you've got now, we'll be going straight into the production of simulators. So Icon would be nice, guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Where is the Valhalla audio? The reason I've turned it down, because if I don't, you won't be able to hear me, Joe, and Mikhail speak. So that's why it's turned down. But it is fantastic. I'll if you want a preview of that, go and watch our previous video after the stream. I did half an hour of setting it up and how to do everything on it and all that good stuff. So yeah. But anyway, back to Jersey Devil, like we were talking about. So you're saying it's less of a compact layout compared to Wonder Woman, and it's more. Do you reckon that with that coming to fruition now, do you think that they could actually start to build hypers and gigas and that kind of stuff with a single rail concept, or do you think it's not?
Is that not the T-Rex concept, actually? Because those things can go up to about 500 feet, I believe. Is that correct?
I think that the Raptors, from I suppose what I've heard from interviews and stuff, I think they're saving those kind of like Joe said. I think they're saving those kind of heights for maybe the T-Rex model. I think the Raptor was developed to be taken to a height of maybe 200 feet, and then from there, going into hyper, giga, and even taller than that was going to be planned for the T-Rex model. As far as I'm aware, that T-Rex model is still in development, though, if not been postponed for the for the time being.
Didn't Dubai pick one up and stick one in one of their parks and just left it there like a just random piece of track? Am I right in saying that, or is it a completely different manufacturer?
I couldn't tell you.
There is a piece of red track in the middle of an indoor theme park in Dubai, and it's just literally spiraling out of the building and coming back in. And then there's a bit where there's a corkscrew as well.
Oh,
is that Ferrari
now,
World by any chance in Abu Dhabi?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I think that. I don't think that was. That's not RMC track. I don't think. I think that's I think that's a dynamic attractions coaster. Maybe I might be wrong on that, but I think that might be a dynamic attractions coaster.
You could be spot on with that. I think I've heard that. Yeah. Yeah, right, Sims. I'm not going to be operating the turntables while I'm trying to talk to you guys and read the chat and operate this. I do know my score will double, and I know that my submitted scores at the moment have been pathetic, to say the least. But I'm just doing it so we can kind of have something to watch while we're talking. Zoom out there again, and you can see the fantastic work that they've put in with all the light systems there. And I like the little details, the little splash details. If you watch this first boat go down now, you'll see it. On the first drop, you'll see the splash. It just runs by the boat as it drops. It's really cool. Is it going to drop? Or has it already dropped? I think it's already dropped.
Oh. There's one on the turntable that just went down
Yeah,
backwards.
there you go. Watch it.
I was
You
going
see the
to
splash
say,
there?
I think I saw
Yeah.
that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Cracking.
Incredible. It is really good. One thing I would ask though, right, Sims, can you turn the dogs down? I actually thought there was 2 dogs fighting outside my house the first time I played this game.
Brilliant.
We do have a dog that barks at anybody who actually walks past their gate. Like, seriously. I just heard it again and I thought it was outside again. So, hello to 19 people watching. Wow. Hello, guys, and welcome to...
Hey, what's going on?
Welcome to
What's going on?
CoasterGen. If you've never been to our channel before, make sure you check out all our videos and make sure you subscribe if you haven't. We've got loads of
Evening,
content
everyone.
on here.
Evening, everyone.
Amazing to have you. Thank you very much for joining us.
So while we've got a lot of people here, Joe, I think it's a perfect opportunity to plug what you've got coming up in the very, very near future. Do you want to tell the ladies and
I
gentlemen?
certainly do, yeah. So for the last couple of weeks, I've been absolutely working my backside off on something completely brand new. Excuse me, it's something that I've been planning for quite a fair while. And as of tomorrow, it's officially going to be launching. Now, it's an official website for Theme Park Insanity, and it's something very different to what we actually have currently on our Facebook page. So the Facebook page has been primarily sort of built around the idea of update series, Park of the Week, Ride of the Day, that sort of feel. This is going to be something entirely different in itself. Now, you may have see that occasionally within our feed there has been ride reviews and things where we've kind of tried to fit those into the Facebook feed. themeparkinsanity.co.uk will encapsulate everything that we want to do going forwards, and not only that, but it's also going to be a platform to kind of bring future content to you that way as well. So just to give you an idea of what you can expect from this when it does launch, it is due to launch tomorrow morning at the very late. So make sure you're ready. Lots to come. We have a full official blog, which will be official blog posts covering major issues and also major topics of discussion. Within that, we have an exclusive interview with Chris Davenport of Screw Loops himself. Chris was absolutely amazing, in terms of actually agreeing to do that for us. So if you are listening, Chris, thank you very much, mate. Massively appreciated.
Nice one.
But we also will be updating that weekly with at least one, maybe even 2 posts a week, possibly, 2 or 3 at the present time, because we obviously have quite a bit of free time on our hands, and that's the reason it's kind of coming out so quickly. But we also have our reviews on there as well. So those will be ride reviews and also attraction reviews as well. So we'll be looking to officially review the likes of York Dungeon, other attractions that we do going forward too, as well as rides that we've ridden. We also have a dedicated page now on there to We Discuss, which is our official YouTube series where we actually discuss major attractions and sort of what we think the future of those kind of will be. We have an official gallery on there too with all our images and all the pictures that we've taken. That also includes a link to our YouTube channel, just in case you did want to hop over and check out the latest content, and I will come to that in a second. We also have a page that will be dedicated to the visits we will be making. So all of the details surrounding when we will be making our visits and where we will be going to will be on that page. And that will include the dates and any further information. Now, within our visits, we will still be doing live updates as per what we've done previously. We'll still be doing live casts, we'll be posting videos, pictures, but we'll be doing full attraction reviews on our website in terms of the blog as well. So there will be blog posts covering, sort of overall park reviews, if you will, going forwards. And then finally, we actually have a official quiz and competition page. Now, full details of any competitions we run in the future will go on there. However, what we also do have is a monthly Theme Park Insanity quiz. We actually create those ourselves. So these quizzes aren't pulled from anywhere else. We actually make these ourselves, and you can go on there. You can test your, sort of your knowledge against our questions, and there is actually a leaderboard too. So once you complete the quiz, make sure that you enter your details, and you will be entered onto that leaderboard for them as well. And should you want to get in touch, we also have a brand new email dedicated to the site ready and set up as well. So just overall, there is so much coming to the site, and we do also have future plans too for it as well, which we will disclose at a later date. So that will be launching tomorrow morning between about 9 and 10 at the very latest, and I just generally hope that you really like it, because I've never done anything like this before in my life. So there we go. Thanks very much for that.
And I've seen the site, guys, and it is fantastic. It's really good. It's completely different to what we offer, what a lot of people offer, it's very good. And
Thank you very much.
Chris was awesome to do that for you, and he's been good to everybody, really. You know,
He really has.
He has.
It's a lot of content to be offering, like straight from the off as well.
Oh yeah, it is. It's
really exciting.
The
really
website's
exciting.
packed. So guys, get ready for some Theme Park Insanity website coming tomorrow, and we'll be putting it all over our page, over our Discord, on our YouTube. So we just thought we'd give Joe this little bit of an outlet just to tell you guys about it.
That's massively appreciated. Thank you very much, Luke.
Just gonna say hello to a few more people in the chat. Hello, Chad. Right, Sims put a dog emoji and a laughing face. Thank you. Guess that was aimed at me. Gal Rides, hello. You've not been here for a while. Brady, hello, Brady. Yeah, and there was 16 people liking, only 9 likes. We're now 12, 17 people. Come on, guys, let's have a thumbs up party like you're dispatching Valhalla, and you're ready to go.
Thumbs up party.
Thumbs up party. Let's go.
I just wanted to acknowledge a couple of comments in the comment section, if you wouldn't mind, Luke. I was just looking at
Go for it.
A couple of Behemoth's Trims comments on here. Just going back to the Jersey Devil conversation we were having earlier. I know it was a while ago.
No, it's
go for it, man.
Yeah, he said what did he say? Where was it? I think the first one was he said, I think they should wait for January to open Jersey Devil like Magic Mountain did for West Coast races. I think that it would be interesting to see how far they put it off given the current circumstances.
Yeah.
But with Six Flags Magic Mountain being a seasonal park, they have not a seasonal park. Six Flags Magic Mountain being all year round park. Sorry, they have the freedom to be able to do that because I suppose their construction schedules aren't hindered by the fact that the park's gonna close for a few months during the winter. I'm not sure if Great Adventure would be open at the time. For them to open it up in January, but depending on how quickly the United States can deal with their side of the current issue, maybe we might be looking at them being able to stay on track with their projected opening time, or it may just get pushed back a few months. But I still think we'll see it sometime this year. But who knows what could happen? Complete speculation about whether or not we'll actually see some season this year, but the case might be that they push it back to next season. But I guess we'll see. And he also said in another comment, if I can just find it, it was just a comment acknowledging the Raptor selection, given the Raptor height selections and the T-Rex height selections as well. He said he confirmed what we were questioning, the T-Rex being specifically aimed at coasters, giga coasters and taller, so like 300 feet up to 500 feet. So thanks for that info, Behemoth.
Yeah, definitely.
That's good. So am I right in thinking that just to go slightly into the the pandemic that's going on at the moment, just to talk a little bit about it, we're behind Italy, aren't we, by 2 weeks? Apparently that's where we're at. So am I right in saying that? And then I think USA are behind us then, aren't they? So that being said, Disney, China have started to open theme parks, haven't they?
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware.
But you're allowed one person per train, and you have to be on the opposite side of the train, so it's one person back. So imagine a Wicker Man, but one person. Single riders, everybody. So them single rider queues might reopen at Alton Towers. You never know. They might do.
I hope it does, because
it should do really. But I can't imagine them having. I mean, say if you had a train like Oblivion, you could have 4 people on it, so one gap. Nemesis, one gap.
I'm not entirely sure about the parks over in China, but I can't remember if we mentioned this last week on the podcast, but about Hakuge at Nagashima Spa Land. There was a picture floating around of the train in the station, and
that's the one.
they were practicing social distancing in
Yeah.
loading the train. So like there would be, I think there was a row. I think there'd be a row of 2 people, and then maybe 1 or 2 rows left empty, and then another two guests, another
Yeah.
2 riders
Yeah.
in the row behind.
There was an empty row between each row of riders, so there was like sort of full row, empty row, full row, empty row. So that sort of thing, because when you actually branched it out, it met that social distancing kind of sort of distance. But I
Yeah.
Well, what happens when you all have to get off the train and grab the bags at the same time?
Exactly, yeah. So,
see, there's things that there's loads and loads of little details that
unload.
have to think about. Yeah.
Do they unload a row at a time, or
how would you do it? You've got experience operating rides. How would you do it?
That's a good question.
I don't think any of my experience covers this kind of situation, to be honest.
But if you had to load a train the best you could in the situation that we have currently, how do you reckon you go about it, or how do you reckon the parks would go about it? Because you probably have a bit more of an experience in terms of when a situation arises on a ride. You know how people are going to react to certain things.
Yeah, well, to be honest, if we're thinking about the way operators would load and unload trains and things of that nature, and making sure everyone, making sure the social distancing is maintained as best you can.
How do you even check the restraints, dude? That's a thing that I'm thinking about.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it seemed like everyone was wearing masks as well. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if you can. I don't know if you remember that about the picture, Joe.
I've seen the picture as well. Yeah.
Have you? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I have. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah. That's the one I was thinking about. But yeah, if anyone else thinking
so like, I think that all the operators would be wearing masks and probably gloves as well, and like to make sure no one gets breathed on or anything, and just keep the hands as clean as possible and everything. But I think an important thing to take into account is the fact that as far as I'm aware anyway, the parks are operating at half capacity right now.
Yes.
So it's not a case of they're operating at full capacity, meaning that rides would have very long queues and stuff.
Yeah.
I think just the length of time that people would be waiting would be just significantly lower on account of the fact that there's just less people in the park in general, and therefore less people in the queues. And at the same time, I think at this point there must just be a general understanding of the situation amongst guests and amongst theme park employees as well. So we're operating under a very kind of circumstance. So there has to be a bit of an understanding that lines may move a little slower on account of there's different things that that operations have to take into account. And not even to mention, trains may be getting disinfected completely and deep cleaned after a certain few amount of cycles and stuff like that. So
how long does that typically take? Say if someone throws up on a ride, how long does it take to clean it out? And you've got to send a train around empty before it can dry off, or I don't know.
It's depending on how bad it is, or how much there is to clean up or anything. You're looking at anywhere between, I'd say, about 5 and 15 minutes. It really doesn't really take that long. Again, depending on how bad it is, how much there is to clean up, and believe it or not, the willingness of operators to clean it up.
No, I was just gonna say, can you remember any examples of that happening to you? And any examples when you was operating that happened, and you was a bit like, maybe the first time it happened to you, what was your reaction? Like, oh no, like it's happened. Were you dreading it? Were you dreading it when you was like leading up to operating for the first time? Like, what if someone throws up on this ride? I'm gonna have to clean it up.
Yeah. So I do remember one time on Apollo's Chariot. For anyone that doesn't know, I used to work at Busch Gardens a couple of years ago in Williamsburg, Virginia, and I got to work on Apollo for a bit of time, Apollo's Chariot.
Yeah.
And I do remember one time we had, we had a little spill towards the back of the train, and
That's such a nice way of saying it. A little spill.
yeah. So yeah, my supervisor. So I was a lead supervisor on the ride, and then my supervisor asked one of our team members to clean it up, and he was just straight up like, I'm not doing it. So there was this whole kind of back and forth between them, just like, you're gonna clean it up because that's part of your job, and then the team member was like, forget it, I'm not doing it, and I was just like, you know what, screw this, I'll just do it.
Oh no.
For me personally, I've like, yeah, it's disgusting. Like,
Oh yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, you know, it is part of the job. It just is what it just is what it is. It's not overly disgusting to the point where, like, you know, you're like laying in it or anything like that. You kind of you
What if you slip?
Yeah. You kind of just got
right,
you know, get it done, get it over with, get back to operating again.
Yeah, and you want to get it done as quick as you can, right?
Yeah.
Especially as a supervisor from your point of view.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's cool.
I was going to say, just wait till you've had kids and had a toddler spew all over the walls and have to clean that up. To be fair, that's pretty great. So, yeah. I know
Not
how
good.
you feel, trust me.
Not
No,
good.
definitely not, no.
No, I mean, talking of like feeling, you know, staying kind of on the subject. I just want to address the chat there. Yeah, it does look amazing. As of 9, sorry. We're not playing the audio because obviously we're talking over it. But if you want to see, if you want to see what the full simulation looks like, check out the video after the live stream that we've got on our channel. It's a full half-an-hour video rundown of everything that's included in the simulator. So check that out.
Definitely.
I don't know if I said hi to Patrick and Chad. So hi Chad, hi Patrick. So yeah, anyway, going back to it. I remember when I could just marathon rides for fun, right? And I just marathon and I'd just go 13 Rita and then go over to Nemesis and then Galactica and then go back over to Smiler and Smiler, get off and I'd be absolutely fine. The first time I rode the Smiler last year, I felt so dizzy. It was unbelievable. I was like, what? When we got to the halfway corrected point, I was like, whew, I needed that. Like, I needed a break. It was genuinely, like, really intense. It was the first coaster that I'd got on, you know, other than the Wicker Man. So it was my second coaster of the year last year. But I got to there and I thought, you know, I'm disappointed in myself. Like, why do I feel like that? But then when I got off, I was fine. It was just halfway around. It must have been just that. It's like when we went on Icon this year, Joe. I don't know about you, but I felt so much airtime on that thing this year.
Oh, I did. We practically got thrown out of our seats when we went on the front row. Literally.
Yeah.
Going over that first, that first
insane.
part.
And I don't know if it's just because you just forget what it feels like, kind of, in a way.
Yeah.
When you're not on rides. But I mean,
I'm so good I missed out on Blackpool Pleasure Beach opening this year.
Yeah, man, you've got to get to it. Like, well, you're gonna get another chance. So
well, yeah.
there is that. There is that.
We're gonna get a second one, hopefully.
Yeah, we're gonna get 20 people watching. Wow, guys, hello everybody.
On the stream.
Yeah, hello everybody. So let's try and get 20 likes then. Let's see if we can get. I think 19 likes is our record on this channel for our live stream. 21 people. Oh my god. Let's try and get to 20 likes. That would be fantastic, guys. That's 14. Let's keep going.
Amazing.
And if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do. Smash that notification bell as well, so you don't miss when we go live. So yeah, but I was just going back to saying, like, I decided a little bit of an anecdote for you guys. Decided to have a drink with a few of my mates when we went to Alton Towers last year. Or was it the year before? I think it was the year before last year. I can't remember. But we went to Woodcutters and got myself a couple of pints, and then everyone was like, "Oh, what should we do next?" And we were just like, "Well, Hex is there, isn't it?" And I was like, "Oh no."
bad move.
That's probably the worst. That's probably the worst one to go to as well.
And I'm walking through the pre-show, and I'm looking at Talbot on the wall, and I'm like, "All right, is he moving or is it me? Like, is it some new effect they've put in?" Then we went into the second room, and I was like, "Nah, this is not going to be good." And I sat down in the vault, and I was like, "This is not good." And I just literally just had my head in my hands all the way around, and we got out finally, and I was shaking going down the steps. And like, "Oh my god, how have I just done that?" It's so strange. If you ever get the chance to have a pint and jump on Hex, I'd advise doing it once in your life because it's hilarious. It makes it so intense. I love Hex to bits, like, but that
And
was...
make that judgment for yourself whether you want to do it again.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, but only have one or two. Like, it was a hot day as well, so you know what happens when you get a cold beer on a hot day, right?
Yeah.
We've got a breakdown. I've not had a breakdown yet. But yeah, no, and that was the last time I've ever felt ill on the ride. That was it. It was just
going back to the comments one time. We've got Chad Pierre Annunzi. Sorry if I butchered that surname, by the way.
Just call him Chad.
But,
he's awesome.
Just call him Chad. he said when I went on Fury 325, a person got sick a little bit, and they have a hose on in the station, I'm guessing. But they spray the throw up at the gates where everyone was standing waiting for the ride.
Oh god, no. Caked.
Wow, that was unpleasant. So Apollo's Chariot actually has a hose on station as well. So it's towards the back of the platform though, and it's on the other side from the load gates. So we just used that to hose down any spills or anything. But we were able to. So the platform at Apollo's Chariot has exit gates as well. So to stop any people coming in from the exit side if they've got quick queue passes or exit passes or anything like that. It's just a bit of extra protection. So when we're cleaning out different cars, whichever cars needed to be cleaned, we're able to keep everyone as far away from the mess as possible, which is pretty good. Sounds like that's not the case over on Fury though, but yeah.
I mean, Fury's one of them. I mean, so typically, I'm guessing. So I know that Galactica has basically, you go in and you can see the flash spray there on the side of the station before you even enter the station. You can see that they're ready for someone to go basically. But overrides, I've never really seen that on other rides, to be honest with you, especially in the UK. Maybe flat rides, and maybe I see a couple of disinfectant bottles here and there, but I don't really see them anywhere else. It's crazy, but Air's always one of Galactica. Sorry, is always one of them things where you get there and you're like, oh, please don't be sick underneath me on the brake run, please.
You mean you don't see the equipment to clean it up, or people being sick in general?
The equipment on other rides, like I don't see it. But that's the thing. It's probably hidden away in a nice chemical cupboard somewhere. But Galactica is literally like on the top, ready to go, like a like a holster. They've got holsters on in the station. Disinfect fork, go.
Every operator's just got a spray gun.
Yeah, exactly.
Attached to the belt.
Yeah, super soakers, just at hand.
Just ready to go.
That's something out of Ghostbusters, but more like disinfectant stuff. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Speaking of Galactica, by the way, well, just speaking of flying coasters in general, I saw a pretty funny couple of pictures on Tatsu at Six Flags Magic Mountain recently. So on the brake run, just before the station and everything, I was looking at transfer tracks just to help a friend out with a little NL2 project, and so the catwalks on the brake run, naturally they're orange because of the color scheme of the coaster, but there are massive like dark gray or black spots on the what's the word I'm looking for?
On the floor,
on
right?
On the catwalk of the brake run.
Right.
Now it's just because the paint's eroded, like the orange paint has eroded over time, and you can probably guess why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the amount of chewing gum you get when you get as well. The amount of chewing gum you get as well on the floor when you come into Galactica. It's quite funny.
Yeah.
So the experience of Galactica goes like this. People take shoes off. You go around the roller coaster. You look at people's feet. Then you look down, you see chewing gum, and then you're off back into the station. That is the experience of Galactica. No wonder they wanted to stick VR on that thing.
To stop you seeing all that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I never actually got to ride it with VR. Every time I tried to get on it, it broke down, which was a shame,
I didn't
really.
either.
But, yeah.
Yeah, I never got that chance either. Got
What years did it run VR on?
I think it would do better now the technology's caught up with everything.
Yeah, I agree.
Same with Darren Brown's as well. A lot of people have said that the VR on that is just pants. It's like watching a PlayStation 1. It's not good. Unless it's Final Fantasy PlayStation 1, it's probably not going to be decent.
Well, no, exactly. Classic Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, no, you can't beat that. It's a great graphics.
It really is.
My mate recently started playing the remastered version of Resident Evil. My mate Mike, and I was watching him on SharePlay on PlayStation the other day, and it's incredible. The graphics are phenomenal. It looks like it's just been made. Like, the zombies look awesome, and it just look really cool.
Chomping at the bit to actually try out the brand new version of Resident Evil 3 with Nemesis in. That was like one of the staple.
Yeah,
games
that's
from
the
my
one he was
childhood.
playing. He was showing me the demo on PlayStation. I was blown away by
play it. I really do.
Yeah. So let me just comment on something that's just happened on Ryan Sims before. I had my first evac. I don't know if you guys caught that, but I had to evac Valhalla.
Oh no!
Wow.
And I had full boats.
Actually, didn't see that.
Yeah, I had to evac. So when the stream's finished and it goes live, watch it. It's quite funny. It's quite funny how I handled it. Basically, there was a boat that was about to go into the boat that was on the turntable. I stopped it just in time, and then everybody disappeared from the boats after I pressed evacuate. So, so I think I got away with that one, but we'll see. Hi,
That's
Ben.
funny.
So who've we got in now? We've got how many? Do you guys want to pick up any questions from the chat, or do you guys want to ask us some questions in the chat? Feel free. This is your chance now to ask us. This is a bit of a Q&A now.
So it is.
So let us
Get those
know.
questions in.
Yeah, go for it. So just a quick one. If you haven't signed up to our Patreon, then you can do. We now have 2 tiers at CoasterGen. We have the Thrill Seekers and the Adrenaline Junkies. And what the $5 a month one gets, which is the Thrill Seekers, I believe, you get a Call of Duty video and a podcast extra a week. And then if you go for the Adrenaline Junkie, you get the Call of Duty video podcast and an X-Plane video as well. But also extra bonus content as well, like previews of the website, Farming Simulator, all some other good stuff, and some good games as well. So different things that are on there. So head on over there. We've got $5 tier and a $10 tier. We have 3 patrons at the moment. You guys are awesome, so thank you so much for that. And we're just trying to, if you feel like you want to support the channel, go ahead, because it doesn't just go to the channel. It goes to the website, goes to the Facebook, goes to our trips, goes to our hotels, our camera equipment. It goes to everything. So just a quick one there, guys. If you want to sign up and support CoasterGen, then you can do it at patreon.com/CoasterGen. Check that out.
Absolutely.
And make sure you subscribe to Theme Park Insanity as well. Oh yeah, Mikhail. So, what are your plans now then? You wanted to talk about it last time before that you said you wanted to plug your Instagram, or after the last podcast we did. So, what are your plans going forward now then?
So my personal plans. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, like, having gotten some experience working in ride operations and that, I'm wanting to go into a bit of a more creative side of the industry.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm practicing. I'm just trying to develop my skills in illustration at the moment, and I'm wanting to go into conceptual design of themed attractions. So I'm looking at practicing things like hand drawing, environmental drawing, landscape drawing, and then like digital drawing within Creative Cloud, and 3D modeling, CAD design, things of that nature.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a very long process, but I mean, I think that's what's gonna make me the most happy moving forward in terms of a career in the theme park industry.
Yeah.
So I am planning to making it. I'm not on Instagram at the moment, but I am planning to just make, I suppose, a more business / portfolio centric Instagram in the future. I have no idea when that will be at the moment, but just moving forward in the future as I improve on the skills that I'm learning and just develop my overall ability.
Yeah.
in this kind of thing. I'm hoping to open up just a way that I can, as well as like an online portfolio kind of website as well. And just opening up an Instagram as well to just showcase a bunch of drawings that I've put together, and then just keep adding to it over time.
Yeah.
And I guess just show the industry and show people what I can do, really.
Yep, definitely. That sounds good, man. I recently learned Blender, how to use Blender. Joe's seen some of my renders as well.
I thought, the work you did looked nice.
I was just trying to do a food stall, and I'm working on this project with Wolf to do this park project. So that's really cool. So I'm trying to add a few models in there as well, and I tried to get my head around Blender, and that was. James, if you're watching, I'm sorry, bro. James is awesome at Blender, and it was like, how do I do this? What do I do to do this again? Right, okay. I think I've got it now.
Yeah, I'm wanting to learn. I'm wanting to learn Blender too. It's really hard though. But,
I tell you what though. Yeah. Once you actually build a model, delete it, build it again. Like every time it improves. I built them food stalls like 5 times now. I'm onto the 6th version of it, and finally I think I'm getting somewhere with it. So the biggest thing for me was for texturing and stuff, that it's not like SketchUp where you can just go and pick up an AstroTurf texture from there and just put it on the floor. You have to actually go in there and find it, and you have to match it up to the bump map and all that kind of stuff. So it's not quite that simple, but once you get your head around it, the results are phenomenal, and it really is second to none. I mean, it made the No Limits 2 pack that I'm doing, the little one at the moment, the pathway was done on that, and the entrance was done on Blender. And it's not even textured, but when you put it into No Limits 2, it looks awesome. It just adds so much to a No Limits 2 project. It's really good.
Really does. It really does. Like I can't believe some of the things that people are able to make, like using different 3D modeling softwares and stuff like that, and then importing them into No Limits too. Like the results of what they're able to put together are just so clean. Yeah. Like with the texturing, and then just the integration of it into the ride areas and stuff. Like that's something I'm wanting to really get proficient at in terms of building within No Limits.
And the only way you're going to get better at is if you keep trying to do it. And if I could give you any advice for Instagram, is just keep posting, and keep posting, because eventually you'll pick up a following. It takes time, but it's worth it once you get there. I did 7 weeks solid of posting every day. I had scheduled post every morning at 7:45, and then one at 3 and one at 5, and I managed to get to somewhere reasonable where I can get to almost 50 to 70 likes per post, which is enough to get anything over, really. And I've noticed when I don't post to Instagram that I'm going live, the audience is less. So I actually use that now as like our community tab, because we don't have one yet, because we've not got 1,000 subscribers yet. So make sure you subscribe, guys. And people come over, and they actually do come over from Instagram, and I've seen comments where people like, I seen this on Instagram, so I thought I'd give it a look. So it's a really good way. It's a really good way of doing it, but it's unfortunately there's so much echo chambering like on Instagram. It's unbelievable. Like,
oh my god, yeah, there's so much.
Which is why I had to put top quality some of our top quality images on there. And even them only got like 300 to 400, some of them. And it was like, oh, come on, just someone pick this up, please. I even had Alton Towers and Fort Park sharing our posts. Like, can we use them? And Pacific Park as well. Pacific Park? The Pacific Pier. What's it called?
Pacific Pier.
Yeah, is that what it is? Pacific Park?
I think so, yeah.
I think it is called that. In LA. And they used a couple of our photos as well for the coaster they've got there. So that was cool. But that kind of died off because I was focusing more on the YouTube and the Facebook, and obviously the website now as well. But definitely just post. To anybody really, if you're trying to start an Instagram, just keep posting. Keep doing stories. Stories are great as well. But yeah.
Sounds cool.
So have you got any plans to do that, Joe, to help you out?
I mean, we're actually already on Instagram anyway. We have been since probably well, I said late last year. And to be fair, we keep posting, sort of as often as we can do. But in terms of content, we don't obviously have anything at the moment brand new that we can post. So what we're looking to do is, as soon as we start to get back on our visits, we aim to actually put images on the Instagram that will be, sort of specifically exclusive to that, and not sort of shared anywhere else. Because obviously, we want to sort of share our content across the board as much as possible. But again, there'll be stuff that'll be on the website too. So we're just trying to vary what we do, really. But we find Instagram's quite a good way to kind of, as you said, build a bit of a following that way too. Because I think at the moment we've got about 430 followers thereabouts, which is pretty decent. So if anybody's listening from there, thank you very much for following.
No, absolutely. And that is probably the best way. But you need to keep some things to yourself, though, Mikhail, as well. Like you need to pull some stuff back.
Oh yeah.
No, I missed I missed it. No. And I've got boats on every section. These blocks are not going to clear. Yeah, there we go.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, hang on. What have we got? Pre-lift 1 and pre-lift turn 2, turn lift 1. Right, I need pre-lift 1 to go. Please. Clear. There we go. Got it. Yes, that wasn't too bad actually. I thought it was going to do a lot worse than that. I should really be sharing my screen with you guys so you can actually see it as I'm doing it, but it's a bit late for that now. But yeah, keep some stuff back for yourself as well. You don't want to give all your tricks away, but definitely use it as an outlet. It's a really cool outlet as well. Yeah.
Definitely.
Just gonna go into a couple of comments.
Yeah, go for it.
A couple of messages in the comments. We got Ben King said, "I'm looking at getting into design and engineering, and I want to go down a roller coaster designer career path in the future, which is pretty cool." Yeah, that's something I wanted to do when I was very young.
Same.
as well.
Same.
But, I quickly realized how much I suck at maths. So
exactly the same. Snap. Are we playing Snap here or what's going on?
If you are proficient in maths and mechanics and things of that nature, then absolutely go for it, man. Because that is a dream. That is the dream job of dream jobs. I think. And we've got a lot of manufacturers who are recruiting young engineering students and stuff like that. You've got the likes of Vekoma and Intamin who are taking on really just young-ish students and putting them like internship programs and things of that nature. And you got a couple of them taking the lead on their kind of like different departments within the companies, like layout design and things of that nature. And a lot of the modern sort of layouts we're seeing from the likes of Vekoma and Intamin were headed up by younger engineering graduates who are looking to progress through the company and stuff like that. So the opportunities are definitely there. It's definitely if it's something that you really want to do, then you should definitely go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. Yeah, always try and do what you want to do. And I realized, like Kyle was saying then, I realized when I was younger that there was no way that I was going to design rides, but I've actually had over 1 million riders if you put all of our stuff together that I've done in the grand scale of YouTube, not just CoasterGen, but things I've done in the past as well. I've had over 1 million people ride my rides, which is pretty cool. So that's sweet. Really. So that's one of them things. So I'll take that to the bank. I really would.
Just to shift gears a little bit, to segue into something else. We've got Brady as well asked about Flamingo Land. If one ride had to be removed from Flamingo Land before the park was able to reopen, what ride do you think it would be?
Hero. Definitely Hero.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Hero.
Just that out quick, fast, and in a hurry, throw it in a skip somewhere and be done with it.
Horrible thing.
Yeah, it is a horrible thing. I've never ridden it, but I know it's a horrible thing.
I have numerous times. I wouldn't recommend it unless you need a chiropractor, in which case, there we go.
Might do. You never know these things.
So last year, I did a 3-week trip through the US in 2019, and ended it with just an
Nice.
a little visit to Coney Island, Luna
Oh.
Park in Coney Island, and I had I had to get a minimum of 3 credits for anyone who counts coaster credits, anyone who's nerdy enough to do that. I had to get 3 more to get to a specific milestone, and
What was the milestone?
At least it was 250.
Right,
I
okay.
don't really want to say it, but yeah,
Wow.
250. And yeah, there was 4 main coasters that I could have chose from. There was Thunderbolt, which was a Zamperla looping coaster. There was the world famous Cyclone wooden coaster. There was a disgraceful looking Zamperla Valhalla, and then another coaster by the name of Steeplechase. I'm not sure what model that is. If anyone knows what it is, then throw that down in the comments. But
Yeah.
so I just took a look at all 3, and I was just like, well, I know what I'm not riding.
See you went for Zamperla Valhalla.
Yeah. That's definitely what happened. It was my first choice. Yeah, no,
Good job, though.
I went with Thunderbolt, I went with Steeplechase, and I went with Cyclone, which was pretty cool. Well, it was pretty cool in the sense that I avoided the Valera at all costs, but Thunderbolt was horrible as well. So, sticks and stones, but I mean, I got it. I managed to avoid the Valera was the point of that story.
So how was Thunderbolt? Because I've heard mixed reviews about that.
Oh, long story short, I'm not riding that thing again.
Okay.
It looks good off ride. I'll give it that. But yeah, my quick review of that coaster is I rode it, and before I even got off the train, I was just like, no, never again. I'm not doing that again.
So what was wrong with it? Like, what any particular part of it that wasn't great, or was it just too shaky? Was it just not designed well? Was it just horrible?
It was just really shaky. I'm not sure. I only got one ride on it.
Yeah.
So it was only it was in the back row, and the weird thing about those seats, well, the configuration of those seats is that it's 3 rows of 3 seats per row, which I've never seen before.
That's strange.
I hadn't noticed that on any other coaster that I've ridden. But yeah, I was at the back row. I was far right seat, and it was just shaky. It was just really shaky. It was jolty in a lot of places. It was a nice looking layout, so I thought it would ride pretty well, and I was just sorely disappointed. And it was uncomfortable. The restraints kind of made no sense. That it was like a lap bar with sort of like, if you imagine the material of a seatbelt in a car, like in a normal car. It was kind of like weird. 2 straps coming over your shoulders like that, which didn't really do anything. Like the seat wasn't especially comfortable or anything. It just wasn't a pleasant experience.
So what was the actual? Did it have good airtime? Did it have some good hang time, or was it just completely pain all the way through it?
Okay, so it wasn't painful per se. It was just uncomfortable. Let me see if I can pull up the layout. I can't really remember the layout off the top of my head. But
so the worst coaster that the worst reputation coaster that I've ever been on is the New York coaster in Las Vegas. Now,
oh yeah, I've heard that's horrible.
I didn't even find it that bad, and I actually the second hill, because it drops down, then it goes back up and it drops down even further. You see.
Okay.
And you get quite a bit of a pop on that. I was like, whoa, okay, that was pretty cool. So
Really?
Yeah, I actually quite enjoyed it, and the hang time into the horrible dive loop that they've got. Granted, it's not the nice shaped in the world, but you do get some quality hang time. But then after that, it's rubbish. I think the problem is that I think the brief was, right, I don't mean to cut you off in your subject, but I think the brief to them was you climb up above the hotel so you can see the strip, and then you do a few flips and inversions and stuff, and then you just meander around. But you meander around, and you're not even over the facade of the hotel, so you're just kind of looking at like pigeon shit all the way around, and just loads of stuff like just like litter and horrible roof that's been battered by sandstorms and all that stuff, and then you go into the casino, into the break room. It's like, why don't you just keep me above everything, you know? And you can see like you see the strip better. You only see the strip for literally about a minute of the ride, and that's during the lift, though, to be honest with you. But yeah, but in terms of painfulness, I didn't find it that painful. I wrote it on the back because my missus chickened out. Well, she didn't chicken out, but she didn't want to go on it. She didn't want to go on it, so I had 2 tickets. So I thought, right, I'll go on it twice, and I'll meet her in the lobby when I'm done. So I did the front, and then I did the back. Yeah, back row, pretty much sweet airtime all the way around it, to be honest with you, which was strange because what I'd heard was it's gonna kill you, and I was like going up that lift and I'm thinking this is the big drop for this track type. I'm like, this is gonna be like riding Planet Coaster. This is not gonna be good. But then when we got over the crest of the hill, I was like, oh, actually, you know what? Whoa, that's a drop. And then the second one I was like, whoa, okay, that's different. And then it just got boring, but. Like, going back to Thunderbolt, I remember when that ride was being constructed and I was looking at it, I was thinking, damn, that layout looks sweet. Like, it looks really cool.
The layout looks really good. I've got the layout pulled up here now.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you got a vertical lift, which is always fun.
Yeah.
Into the drop, you got a vertical loop. Then
hang time in the loop.
Honest with you, mate, I can't really remember.
How do you not remember? Like, I remember every ride that I've been on. Like, if you ask me a specific time, I'm like, yeah, I remember that. That was cool. I know.
There are certain rides that I
choose to forget, right?
yeah. Kind of just like, let me just put that to the back of my mind so I'll look at it again. But yeah, no, like I remember thinking that the layout element wise looks decent. Like it looks like a decent layout. It's just there's bad profiling in places which contributes to, joltiness in the ride as well.
Yeah.
But just going back to the last IAPA Expo, I know that Zamperla unveiled two new coaster train types. So I don't know if they plan to replace the trains on their Thunderbolt models with these new trains or not. I don't know if that's a thing that they're planning on doing, but I guess we'll see on that. But right now, yeah, it was just yeah, I can't lie. Thunderbolt is one of the least enjoyable coasters that I've ridden, and I just.
Because it has a sweet airtime hill. It has a few sweet camelbacks, doesn't it, towards the end as well?
It has a few, which look like I kind of wish I could remember. Could remember the experience a little bit better.
Yeah,
that might have been to riding it again, unfortunately. But
I'm going to go ahead out on a limb. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Grand National at the moment is more painful than New York Coaster, and I'm being serious, genuinely serious. So
really,
yeah, it is. Right now, it is.
Did you get to ride it at opening?
We didn't ride it at opening, but I rode it last year towards the back end, and it was horrible.
Yeah,
I didn't want to go on it at opening, to be honest with you.
No, neither did I, for that matter.
It was one of them. It was like, do we or don't we?
Yeah.
I will go on it again, but
a good while.
It's got some fantastic airtime. It just needs sorting out. It just needs some new trains. It needs new track. just keep the layout, but put RMC track on it. It'd be sweet.
It needs. I was going to say it needs RMC.
It does.
I don't know about that, but I don't know. To be honest, I'd kind of like to see it be kept the way it is, but just I suppose
modernized,
restored,
like an Intamin retrack, like they did with Colossus or something.
Perhaps, yeah, maybe. I don't know, because for one thing, I suppose the footprint it takes up isn't nearly big enough to, warrant having an RMC built on it. Plus that land is sand, isn't it?
Well, it's not fantastic.
Is it not?
I don't think that part is. I think the further forward attractions are built on top of it.
Okay.
You might be right. I think the Big Dipper could be onto something with the Big Dipper. I don't think Nash is built on it because Nash is further back. Nash is almost next to the housing estate. You see?
Yeah, it is.
Towards the back end of the park. But you could be right. I mean, I don't know. If you guys know in the comments, or if anyone from Pleasure Beach Experience is watching, let us know. You know, because that would be that. And if I do get the chance to ask that question, I will ask it. But you could be right actually. But I know it is far back in the park. It's almost next to the road. It's as if the road was there before the park. To be honest with you, I don't know. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. What do you think, Joe? Do you think that road was there before the park? Because it's next to the estate. It's next to the train station, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It could have been. I mean, obviously, if you think the seafront actually is, I'd say it probably actually was, yeah. And obviously, Nash is, behind Valhalla as well, so
Yeah.
quite a way. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd say the road probably was there before that, to be honest with you, actually, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I
Yeah.
mean, there's a car parks there. I remember the old log flume ride that used to be off to the left-hand side of Valhalla.
It did, yeah.
I can't remember what that was called for the life of me. If it was like Splash something, or I don't know what it was called, but it was cool. I think the Dipper area. Lassen Coaster says I think the Dipper area is, yeah. But honestly, just retrack the damn thing. Spend a couple million on it, retrack it, put some nice fresh trains on. Then you can sell trains at 85 each for a model in the shop, and you'll make your money back in no time.
Exactly.
Have you seen them things? They're like tiny models, like £85 for a model. It's like, what? You don't even have the Icon trains. You're using big one trains. Like, no, I'm not going to buy that. But Coaster Dynamics have released an Iron Gwazi and a
I saw
that.
Pantheon and an Icebreaker as well, I think.
Yeah, they have.
So I'm going to pick them up when I go. Also, Great America, they've released loads, actually, if you think about it. You know what? I'm going to try and get as many as I can. I think that's what my collection might be. But I don't know if I can... Can you import them? Well, probably not now, but I bet you can in the future. But yeah.
I don't know. If you kind of want a 9 Wazi though, for 100%, I really do.
Yeah, I'll pick you one up, Joe, when I go over.
And I'll pay you back.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Getting over there this year, Luke.
Next year.
Well.
Luckily, next year. Luckily.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. May next year as well. It might not be long enough into it, but I hope so. I hope we're all back to normal by Christmas, and then if we are, then. But I know that a lot of flights have been rescheduled for next year as well. So when I go, it might be absolutely packed. So I'm gonna have to get fast passes all over the place.
Actually in May as well.
Yeah, I know. But it's gonna be fun regardless. I just can't wait to get back over to the States, to be honest with you. I'll be happy with a weekend in Vegas right now, if I'm honest with you. Like, it's just, I just want to get back to the States. I love the States so much. I really do. Yeah,
I'm wanting to get back to the States so badly. There's so many other like different parks that I'm wanting to get back to that I've I've either made friends with people there or just had an insane time there.
Yeah.
My favorite park at the moment is Silver Dollar City in Missouri. I only got, it's so beautiful. Oh my god. I only got to spend, like, I only got to spend about 7 or 8 hours there.
That's 2 days at Alton Towers. What do you mean?
I was going to say near enough.
Yeah. Well, we got there like it's so funny is that just their opening times versus ours and everything. But yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, we got there about noon and we left early to go to a dinner show in Branson, Missouri. So the amount of time that we had there was a little limited, but oh my god, that place is amazing. I love that park so much. It is in the middle of nowhere. Like, absolutely in the middle of nowhere. It's hard to get to, but oh man, once you do,
yeah,
it's the best park I've ever visited. My favorite park in the world.
Wow, really? Wow, that's cool, man. I'm looking forward to Fun Spot. I'm looking forward to going to Fun Spot.
Yeah, I want to get to the fun spots too.
Have you been to the one in Florida? The one in Kissimmee? That's where I'm staying, you see. So I'm gonna go there.
Really?
Um,
I've not been to either of them yet, but I really would like to check them out, and just they kind of look like parks that you could just go to and spend a few hours there, like in the late afternoon.
yeah,
maybe
like
to
a
the
good
evening.
evening. Just get like a quick beer and
Yeah,
just go and ride some coasters and then just chill
yeah,
out, head back to the hotel. Yeah, I kind of feel like they're exactly that. That's exactly what I kind of plan on them being like, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Uh, they got some cool little rides, some different unique little layouts and stuff. Especially that one in Kissimmee. I can't remember what it's called now, but it's got an inversion on it. I'm like, that looks fun. Wooden coaster with an inversion.
Mind blower. That's the one I was thinking
Mind
of.
blower. That's it. Yes, that's the one. That's what it's
Yeah,
called. Yeah.
that gravity group, buddy. It looks really fun.
It looks quick. It looks rapid. That ride looks
It
really
does.
quick. It looks cool. So I want to get on that. It looks cool. Just gonna address the chat. Gaming Cheater. Hey dude, how you doing? Nice to see you back in the chat there. Is Valhalla fun? Yes, very fun. Let's roller coaster. Hi, let's roller coaster. I love Kissimmee Sunspot. Yeah, fun spot even. What is Mumbo Jumbo like from Ben King? I'll let you take that, Joe.
An interesting experience, quite unique, I'd say.
Yeah.
And it's quite fast paced as well. There's some very interesting elements. The only way I can really sort of describe it is like a really extreme version of like a Wild Mouse coaster. That sort of feel,
Right.
but very smooth as well. So yeah, no, really good fun coaster. Good solid addition to the park as well, to be fair. So there you go.
Yeah. No, I've not ridden it, so I couldn't comment. But I have ridden El Loco, and I do like them.
I mean,
They are fun.
I mean,
The trains feel heavy when you're on them. Like they don't.
Yeah.
They look tiny. Like the ride looks tiny, but when you actually take a step back and look at the size of the track, they are quite wide. And you forget how wide the track is for the El Loco. But
definitely.
they pack a punch. They really do pack a punch. It's a shame the profiling isn't fantastic on them, but
yeah, they're quite jolty on the corners. But I mean, if very interested, there is actually a review on the website tomorrow when it launches. So go check it out.
There
It's
you
a bit
go.
more in depth.
Little plug
So-
there for themeparkinsanity.co.uk.
Sorry, had to throw it in there. But yeah, no, they are
Looks
quite
like.
Damn it! I give you your 10 minutes at the start, Joe.
Yeah, but they are quite sort of jolty on the corners, and especially sort of after that first drop, as you get whipped around towards that sort of outbank. You do get thrown around a bit, but it's fun and it's quite smooth in most places as a rule. So yeah, good solid ride.
Right, any more questions from the chat as we start to wrap this up now? Anybody got any questions? Let us know you've got.
Yeah, those a few, I think.
Well, then you pick them up then. I'm in the delayed chat, you see.
Let me see. Behemoth Trim said he already ordered his Iron Gwazi Coaster Dynamics model from the SeaWorld site. Yeah, I saw that on there.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Already got it secured. Nice one. I think Ben King says he really wants to visit Knoebels. Knoebels is so nice. I love Knoebels.
Is it Knoebels or Nobles?
Knoebels.
That's a good question.
Is it Knoebels? What is the Valhalla difficulty? It's moderate. There you go. I answered the question that just came through.
That same person also said, "Is Valhalla in Blackpool?" Yeah, it's at Blackpool Pleasure Beach.
Blackpool Pleasure Beach, indeed. Yes.
Go ride it.
Same coaster.
£15 million investment it was.
Oh,
Insane.
really? I actually didn't know that.
And it has two pieces of the big one's original track in the facade, used as actual rebar for the concrete in there.
Oh, I didn't.
There is a picture. There is a picture online, and you're not dreaming. It does show the arrow track there inside the inside the Valhalla facade.
Actually.
Yeah, I'll find it you after the stream.
Wow.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was like, I remember seeing it in school, and I was like, is that really the? Nah, that's not the ride. And I went on it the first time. I was like, right, where's the arrow track? I was like, where's the arrow track? And it was just like this log flume. I was like, oh my god! And it's the most intense log flume in the world. Like Valhalla is so intense. Like it's crazy. Oh, it's mental. It is mental. It's such a good. probably one of the best dark rides in the world, to be honest with you. And I can't wait to see what they do to it. I really can't.
Yeah, I can't.
To see. I've heard a whole heap of people talking about it, and
Yeah,
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they do with it.
so
Laughs and Coasters says, "I love Kissimmee Fun Spot."
nice.
It does look really fun.
It does.
Like I said, it looks like well, the one in Kissimmee and the one in Orlando, they both look like, you know, just fun little places to go spend the evening at.
Yeah.
So
I
Definitely.
just found that picture actually. That looks insane.
You can see it. You see it, yeah.
I can see it. Yeah.
It's crazy.
And then like two
pieces of arrow tracks
as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's crazy.
That's
Did you all clap tonight? Yes, we did, Ben. Absolutely. That's why we delayed the stream by 15 minutes so we could all go out and do that. So hopefully everybody else does it as well.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to Joe and Mikhail for joining me tonight on for Ride Sims 2 for Valhalla for the first ever more than an hour live stream that we do on the channel. Normally, all of our live streams for Ride Sims are over an hour. So this is the first one of Valhalla where you can really have a good look at how it operates. Unfortunately, you won't be able to hear the audio as much. So if you want to find out what the audio sounds like, go over to our other video, which is half an hour long. It shows you the ins and outs of Valhalla and how it's operated and things you can come into contact with in terms of letting people get off the boats before you try and restart the station. That's a funny thing that I did in there for about 10 minutes and I couldn't figure it out. So have yourselves a laugh. Go and check that video out now. Make sure you subscribe to Theme Park Insanity. Follow him in all his social media. Make sure you follow Mikhail on all his social media as well. I'll put the links in the video description after this video goes live. Thank you to everybody in the chat for all the questions. I've been Luke. He's been Joe. He's been Mikhail. We've been Ride Sims. We've been CoasterGen, and that was Ride Sims 2 Valhalla beta testing. See you later, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
see you guys.
See you later.